Hello students, welcome back to another video on the chapter Interdependence in Living Beings. This will be our second and last video of this chapter. Today we will study these following topics. The first topic is food chain. Here we will learn what is a food chain. The second topic is interdependence of plants and animals. Here we will see how plants are dependent on animals. The third topic is balance in nature. We will learn what is balance in nature. We will learn about the natural causes which cause imbalance in nature and also human activities which cause imbalance in nature. Starting with the first topic, food chain. Now let's start with the proper definition of food chain. A food chain is a series of organisms in which each organism is dependent on the next for food and energy. What do we mean by this? It means that a food chain shows how each living thing are connected to each other and how they get their food and how energy and nutrients are passed from one organism to another. This is what a food chain shows. Now remember, a food chain will always start with a plant life, a producer, because they are the ones who prepare their own food. And a food chain will always end with an animal because they are the consumers. Now look at a very basic food chain here. It starts with a producer or a plant which is eaten up by a herbivore or omnivore, which is again eaten up by a carnivore, and a carnivore is eaten up by a scavenger. Now let us look at some examples. The first example shows corn plant at the start of the series or the food chain. The corn plant is eaten up by a rat, which is a herbivore, and the rat in turn is eaten up by an owl, which is a carnivore. The second example shows carrots at the start of the food chain, which is produced by plants. Now carrots are eaten up by rabbits, which are herbivores. The rabbit is eaten up by a fox, which is a carnivore, and the fox is again eaten up by another carnivore, lion. And the third example shows grass at the start of the food chain, which is eaten up by grasshopper, which is a herbivore. The grasshopper is eaten up by the frog, which is a carnivore. The frog is eaten up by python, another carnivore, and the python is eaten up by an eagle, which is a scavenger. So as you can see, all these food chains show how the animals are linked to each other by the food they eat. So this is what is the purpose of food chain, to show the link between animals by the food they eat. Now the next topic is interdependence of plants and animals. Here we will learn how plants depend on the animals. Okay, now we know that animals are dependent on the plants for many things. Plants help us in a number of ways. They give us food, they give us oxygen which we breathe in, they give us shelter. But there are some things in which plants are also dependent on the animals. There are a number of ways in which animals also help out plants. What are those? The first point is animals release carbon dioxide, which is used by plants for photosynthesis. This is the gas which we release when we breathe out. This gas, carbon dioxide, is used up by the plants. It is a raw material for plants for the process of photosynthesis by which they prepare their food. The second point is animals help in pollination, which also helps the plant to reproduce or to grow new plants. And third point is animals helps in seed dispersal, which is also a very big factor for the plants to multiply. So these are some ways in which plants are also dependent on the animals. Next topic is balance in nature. Now what is balance in nature? No organism, we know that no organism can live alone in this world. Just now I told you how animals are dependent on plants, and also plants are also dependent on the animals for various reasons. So no organism, be it animal, be it plant, cannot live alone in this world. They are dependent on each other for their growth and survival. So thus there is a delicate balance in nature which is maintained by all the living creatures. This is balance of nature. If any one organism vanishes, the whole balance will be disturbed. Now imagine that plants vanish from the earth one day. What will happen? From where will we get our food? We cannot get our food, we will not get oxygen. Then animals will also not survive. If any one carnivore, say lion or tiger, vanishes, what will happen? The population of herbivore will start increasing. The population of other animals will start increasing which are eaten up by the lion or tiger. So this will create an imbalance in nature. So that's why all the organisms, be it an insect, be it animals, human beings, plants, everyone is very important to maintain the balance in nature. Now we will study about the causes which cause imbalance in nature. Now we can differentiate it into two parts. First is the natural causes which cause imbalance, and the second is human activities which cause imbalance in nature. The first we will study is the natural causes. What are those? Those are drought, flood and forest fire. Now let us study these causes in detail. First is floods. What is a flood? A flood is an overflow of water on normally dry ground. When water rises from its normal level, it's called flood. So now flooding of an area with water results in destruction of many plants and animals. Why? Because these plants and animals drown in the water and they die. Second is drought. What is drought? Drought is a period of very low rainfall which leads to shortage of water. Now we know all animals and plants require water to survive. So when water is not available, when a drought occurs, their food supply can shrink and their habitat can be damaged, which causes destruction or which causes imbalance in the nature. And the last cause, natural cause, is forest fire. Now forest fires are caused by both human activities and natural causes also. Naturally, forest fire occurs due to lightning or extreme heat, means extreme temperatures. This leads to destruction of forest. With a forest fire, a forest can be destructed very badly. Next we come to human activities which causes imbalance in nature. There are many points, but some of the points that we will discuss are deforestation, hunting and pollution. Deforestation. What is deforestation? It is the cutting down of trees to clear land for various purposes like farming, housing and to build industries. This is called deforestation. Now this deforestation leads to loss of trees and forest, which ultimately causes imbalance in nature. Second is hunting. Hunting is the practice of capturing or killing animals. Now this leads to reduction in the population of animals, because of which these days tigers are also endangered because of hunting. So hunting also leads to imbalance in nature. Now the third is pollution. Many human activities like dumping of waste in land or water, excessive use of chemicals, smoke from industries, all these things, or smoke also from vehicles, all these things causes pollution. It causes land pollution, water pollution or soil pollution. This pollution results in death of many animals and plants. Okay, now we know that animals are dependent on the plants for many things. Plants help us in a number of ways. They give us food, they give us oxygen which we breathe in, they give us shelter. But there are some things in which plants are also dependent on the animals. There are a number of ways in which animals also help out plants. What are those? The first point is animals release carbon dioxide which is used by plants for photosynthesis.